Hi, and welcome to my life. This is Kismet, the feral grandma. And it's Monday, so I'm at the Kung Fu school. I'm just sitting outside, but it's an hour and a half till my class, which is a long while. But I had a few things to do. I got the mail, dropped off the lot payment. We live in a little, I have said before that we live in a little metal box in the sun in Texas. Mobile home manufacturers need to take that into account. A little more insulation to protect from heat intrusion would be nice. In much of the country, if there's any heat at all, you want to let it in. Not here. But I got the things done that I needed to get done. And then I was getting almost here, and it was not even 5 o'clock, so I stopped and got a coffee. No sugar substitute. Just some cream. Yeah. I kind of miss sweeteners. But I don't think anyone uses allulose in coffee shops yet. But for a $2 coffee, I guess it's acceptable. I can drink it. I'm sitting outside. Kids are arriving for the 5 o'clock class. And there will probably be some arriving for the 5:30 class. And the after-school kids are getting picked up. People who say loud pipes are just loud don't understand that noise that went by. That's the sound of a motorcycle with loud pipes. He wants people to know he's there. But anyway, I was starting to say that the after-school program kids are getting picked up by the parents that work close. So it's just as well I already have a parking spot. I had attempted a tour of the adventure truck a little earlier. But that didn't work because I put my phone down carefully, but when I picked it up, it had had the sun on the camera for a little while, so it was just showing a plain white screen. I had to lock the screen and then unlock it again and refresh the screen. Not the best deal. Okay, it's a little cool outside. Not terribly so, but I do have my jacket with me. I'll put the window up though. Traffic noises. I mean, I'd rather hear the traffic roaring by than to hear the crash, boom, bang bit. But, no big bada booms today, I hope. But I've got my gear in the back seat. And further back from that, I've got boxing gloves, size, things that I'm not going to carry in today. Yes, I have boxing gloves. I don't have a heavy bag to pound them into, but I have boxing gloves. And they're in surprisingly good shape for the fact they've been riding around in the back of my vehicle. Although I do have tinted windows to keep a lot of the heat out. The little tree I'm parked next to has no leaves. It might try to start some leaf buds here in a bit, though. We've been having sunny days. People who are not familiar with parasitic growths or weather patterns in Texas might occasionally look at a tree and think, Look at that tree. It's so silly that it's got these little globs of growth when every other leaf has fallen. It's not a little bit of growth, it's mistletoe. When there is severe damage to a branch, then this completely aerial plant, I don't know if it spreads by spores or something else, but a little bit gets in there and it starts growing. It gets all its sustenance from the tree that it settles into, and from any dust and pollen and stuff in the rain that settles on it. Yay, mistletoe. But the fact that it was often green in the middle of winter when nothing else was is probably what led the Druids to have such respect for it, and the Nordic. There's a Norse legend that one of the Nordic gods was just so beloved by all of creation that somebody went to everything and made it all promise that nothing in the world would hurt this one god. And they've got gods to spare, so I don't know why all the excitement over the one fella. But apparently someone neglected to get this promise from the mistletoe. And so when he's hanging around after feasting hours and before bedtime or something, I don't know, it's just beer and laughs, right? Because, guys, but, axes are bouncing off him and daggers and whatever else. Somebody had taken the time to get enough mistletoe to make a sharp dart out of it. And that stuff gets hard pretty fast after it gets cut or picked. So, probably a darn good dart. Yeah, that's my takeaway. But it hurt him, and he died. Don't mess around with Norse legends. Don't be the god that all creation loves that much either. Just keep your head down and sip your coffee and try to behave. But don't try too hard. Yeah, I'll say try to behave, but I'm not your doctor. I'm not your nurse line. They want you to really behave. They want you to follow instructions. I want you to decide for yourself what instructions you need to follow or not. There are people in the world who would be absolutely flabbergasted that I do Tai Chi. It's not that big a deal. I'm not becoming a Buddhist. I'm not becoming whatever else. I am a fan of meditation. You clear your mind, get your breathing good. Mindful breathing is great for lowering blood pressure. Like I said, though, I'm not a doctor. If you do not choose to do anything that I mentioned, that's fine. That's between you and your life. I think mindfulness has probably saved me from more than a few falls. And at least one fall that I did have was improved because of training and mindfulness. You know you're falling, you make sure you fall with as little damage as possible. Move carefully. Be aware of where you are and what you're doing. Oh, I see one of the coaches is here. She works with little tiny kids, and those little tiny kids are filtering in for their lesson. Oh, I suppose I should gather up my stuff and stop being antisocial and go in. I'm not being antisocial. I'm being distanced. I'm being social with all my friends out there in the internet. Now, right now, I believe there is an extra long something going on with some of the people who are health and workout coaches and Professor K. And I'm not talking about coaches as in, oh, I got nothing, but I've worked out this long, so here I am on the YouTube pretending to be a coach. No, I mean people who have a Bachelor of Science in whatever. And people who have whatever other degrees. And then there's Bart, who has taught things about physiology to pro sports teams. He's smart. Oh, one of the newest kids just arrived. Top of her head doesn't even come up to that push bar on the inside of the door. They're all good kids. See, I've got my jacket because it will be cold after the sun goes down. I've got my bag and my keys. I've got my bag full of stuff in the back seat. Yay. Pokey stuff. A long time ago, the grandchildren asked me if my swords were real. Well, they're really made out of metal. I could hurt somebody with them. No, is it real like go to war with? Nobody goes to war with a sword anymore. But I could still hurt people. I need to wake up. My class will definitely do that. So will the coffee. Things to like about training. Oh well. But mostly I do it because even after I'm tired or my knee is sore, or maybe my arm because arthritis, but like the next day I will feel good. When you know you've had a workout and that metabolic high happens, not so much the runner high, feeling good euphoria, but the I'm burning calories like I should be. I'm doing something and it works for me. Everyone should have that feeling. If I didn't have that, today would have been all about loading the dishwasher, unloading the well, last night I loaded the dishwasher. And this morning I unloaded it, and then I loaded it again because the sink was full of almost every bowl in the house and a lot of the spoons. And I loaded them up and I ran it. It might be almost time to buy soap. Dishwasher detergent. I'm trying to think what brand it is. But it's a Platinum Plus, and it's got a blue side and a white side and a little red bead of Rinse Aid in the middle. So I don't even have to fill the Rinse Aid dispenser. Now this is larger than the last dishwasher I had that it was replacing. At least the inside of it is larger. The outside of it's a little bit larger. But, I just kind of like this one differently. There were things about the other one that I liked. But this one does not have the built-in garbage disposal feature. So if everything doesn't come off before it goes in, then you have to clean the strainer basket out that's in the bottom. Not as much fun. And of course, because it is that picky, I cannot get anyone but my daughter to actually load anything into it. And she don't unload. And rarely runs it. Most of the dishes that go into it are not involved in anything being made for me to eat. So I'm doing my dishes. I'm doing Loki's dishes. He works hard to support me and to provide me with things like a dishwasher. Because, hey, it's nice to have stuff cleaned off with good detergent that really does the job and doesn't leave your dishes tasting like detergent. I put laundry in this morning too. So most of the house don't do any dishes. He doesn't do any laundry unless he needs something really bad. But that's the pattern. He gives me everything I need. And I do the things that nobody else does. It's also why I took the EMT class. Because nobody else is going to go to the doctor either. Now, he's a fair bit bigger than me, and he weighs a lot more. And he's pouring cocktails down his neck just about every evening. Just one or two doubles most of the time. He's drinking his coffee without sugar. That's kind of sad because coffee needs it. But he doesn't go to the gym. And he's going nuts trying to figure out what to do for our 40th anniversary. That's kind of a big thing. A lot of people's parents didn't make it 40 years. We got the 40 coming up next month. My birthday comes along later this month, and I'm not going to tell when. I don't fuss about it on Facebook or amongst friends. It's nobody's business, really. But I was born in 1966, so I'm the same age as Star Trek. Yeah. To me, that's something. I used to watch Star Trek with my dad when I was little. Oh yeah, I was thinking about getting my stuff together and going in. I should get back to a little bit of that desire to give a tour. Let's see if I can get this on. I don't know if that's going to show. I've got a little sticker here that says everyone makes fun of the redneck until the zombie apocalypse. And that's been on there long enough to be fading. Now I've got this round sticker over here. And there's some comic book nerds chuckling now. And there's some people going, what? I don't get it. What is it? The round sticker that's above my hazard light button is an image of the skylight at Doctor Strange's house. Because I'm an MCU and comic book nerd. There was not a lot of Marvel-based movies a long time ago. People thought movies were for serious stuff. Like 12 Angry Men and Star Wars and VHF. For those of you who are Weird Al fans, I like that one a lot. But, you know, I kind of think they've been doing a pretty good job with the Marvel Universe in recent decades. Sometimes the animated Batman gets a little bit too weird. I mean, if they cinched in the waist a little bit, it'd be almost effeminate on one of them. I think most of you can. It's like, let's make these legs taper down to almost nothing. Men's legs don't taper like that. And we'll do these impossibly huge shoulders. It's like the Barbie version of a male. Huge shoulders, teeny waist, and from the teeny waist straight down through, teeny hips, muscular legs, tapering down to nothing. I'm surprised they left anything for feet. And the arms are built about like legs, starting off muscular and tapering way down. But some of the live-action Batman movies have been awesome. Younger grandson will never admit that because he is thoroughly Marvel and not interested in DC at all. Which is his way of thumbing his nose at his brother, who is named Bruce. Now, when your brother is named Bruce, and there's a lot of stuff in the world named Bruce, there is even a nuclear power plant named Bruce. I'm trying to remember what country it's in. Might be Canada. I'm not positive. Then the name was chosen for the younger boy, and my daughter was going, are there any superheroes with this name? I start naming them off. Well, there's this one and this one and this one. If you're okay with the ones from not from Earth, there's this one. Oh. I'm sure there's villains named after both of them too. If not, there will be soon. But that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I turned the key off and removed it. It is 5:24. I have killed some time and sipped some coffee. I can get my stuff together and go in and not scare people. The kids are used to me. They know I show up early. And they know Grandma loves them. Grandma loves you too and wants you to be well. Be good. Be sehr good. Be the person your dog thinks you are, if you have a dog. Be the person your grandma wishes you were. Be healthy, be fit, be somebody who makes good choices. both in your food and in your personal decisions. There are so many decisions we have to make every single day, and it gets tiring. That's just part of being a grown-up, is we have to make all those decisions. And it's boring. I mean, every meal, every day for the rest of your life, what am I going to eat? Every beverage, every day for the rest of your life. Am I going to be good and just drink water? Or am I going to have a coffee or a tea? I like tea. Not sure who puts salt in a tea besides people in Boston. And that's more like putting tea in a salty harbor. But I think I have mentioned in the past the Yapunhali tea. Yopin, whatever. It's indigenous to North America, and it has caffeine. But it is less jittery inducing than traditional tea. So less jitters, slightly lower caffeine, decent flavor. It's good tea. And I'll put several bags of that and 1 bag of pine needle tea. Never thought I'd be drinking pine needle tea. I mean, have you ever tasted pine needles? Yuck. But I'll mix the two in a quart jar, or maybe a 2-quart jar, and make a decent amount of tea when I'm willing to commit to drinking that much tea. And that's good. So find a thing that you like that's good. Find more than one thing. You find one thing that's good, find the next thing. One of the things for me, I like Cornish hens. It's still poultry. And people like to say, well, it's a chicken. Everything tastes like chicken. Everything does not. If you do not keep your taste buds in a completely destroyed state, you can taste the difference between a Cornish hen, a regular chicken, a turkey, a duck, a goose, whatever. I like that difference. It's subtle. And it's pleasant. Trying to tell where the sun is at now, because I know it's just past 5:30. Alright, so y'all take care. Grandma loves you. Get out and go for a walk while you listen to Semi-Retired Bob's videos. Or maybe just, cue up some Bart K if you like some slightly spicy commentary on who's being wrong on the interwebs today. Love him to pieces. He is brilliant, and he's more creative at swearing and name-calling than I am. And some people would say, well, that's just bullying. Some people don't realize how badly some folks have it coming. Because if you're giving out bad science, then someone needs to call you 5 kinds of inconsiderate and a few other choice words, So I try not to specifically recommend medical behavior, except where it's working for me. I'll say, this is what I do. I cancel appointments. I refused a prescription. I did this, I did that. I did that stuff for me, and that's working for me. I do not need muscle pain and weakness that comes from prescriptions that they already know cause these problems. Do I need muscle weakness? Well, let's see. Oh, and this is in the name of a healthy heart, by the way. Here's a statin. No, I don't want that. It causes these problems. Oh, most people don't get these problems. You need this statin. No, I don't. Oh my God, you have a CAC score almost 200. Almost 200. Not almost 2,000. Almost 200. There are some people in the world who would be laughing at that. What I'm doing actually works. I'm eating better and being very thoughtful about what I put into my body. And that don't include sugar. No donut, no cake. I miss donuts. I miss waffles and pancakes and donuts and sugar in my coffee. But I'd rather miss donuts than to miss out on the next 30 years. Or 40 or 50. See, I'm not quite 60 years old now. And I believe geneticists have figured out that we are coded if we get out of the way of our own body's ability to do stuff. If we don't pile it full of stuff we should not have and just help it along with the right proteins and the essential fatty acids we have to have and be active, there's no reason we can't live to be 130, maybe 140. There's no reason at all. When I was younger, I used to say, no, my younger kid, who was not much younger than his sister, so they're both closing in on 40 and probably hating it, but he used to ask me, how long do I think I'll live? I said, well, I'm planning to live forever. It's working out so far. But the TIA was kind of a frightening eye-opener. So I'm doing better. Part of being on YouTube is being accountable. And another one of the dear little murder children has showed up. This one is infamous. She's scary good. And she's as tiny and darling as a little blonde with pigtails could be. And she's walking in there with her sticks, and her mommy's got her sparring gear, and it's just cool. These are kids moving their bodies and staying fit and healthy. I have been a little bit worried about one. I guess she quit. Poor thing looked like a beach ball with pencil legs and arms. And I don't know if she had metabolism problems or if she had things happening besides metabolism. When you get a little bit bigger, you need to grab those daughters, get them into the doctor, and say, we need to know what's going on here. This is not right to be disproportional. A girl who has fit arms and legs should look good in her body, too. I don't mean in any kind of sexy way. I mean, she should look reasonably fit and ready to go out and play basketball or ready to go on the mat and spar or something, you know? Camping trip? Heck yeah, or hell no. I don't care. But she should be ready to do something physical, and she should feel good doing it. And the last few times I saw her, she did not look like she felt good doing martial arts. Any kid between 4 and 15 should be thrilled at the chance to be a ninja. So I hope she's somewhere feeling better. I hope she has someone saying the kinds of things to her that I just said, that if something's not right, find out what's not right. Do something about making it right. Doctors, I might have canceled all my appointments. That doesn't mean your doctor can't help you, especially if you have some suspicion of what will make things better. Oh, we need to fix whatever, something's going on with my metabolism. I might have a fatty liver. I might be pre-diabetic. That's stuff you can fix. If PCOS runs in your family, then maybe all the preteen and teen girls need to be encouraged to go on a carnivore diet. They might be a little too fat phobic at first, but you give them the right doctors to listen to. Dr. Elizabeth Bright, she's one. If there's mental health problems in your family, that can lead to food problems, and you need Dr. Georgia Ede. She's brilliant too. So many brilliant people are sharing great information, and you can find out about them because you can search them by name and find out if they are who they say they are. Do not just wildly trust. I'm saying verify. Trust but verify. People like me and semi-retired Bob, who have lost a prodigious amount of weight. He's lost more than I have so far, but he's looking great. He's old. He is older than me, but he's moving better. His shape is better. Kids rushing by. Go around that vehicle and run and hold the door open for your mom because she's got the stroller. Yeah. That's good, kids. And then somebody else's kid, and then another mom. And he's going to stand there and hold the door for everybody. And that's cool. So many great kids here. There's great kids in my class, too. Some of them are only in their 30s and 40s. It'll be a long time getting to my age. But I gotta stop talking. Y'all have a good day. Move your body. Maybe do some incline push-ups, the kind where your feet are on the floor and your hands are against the kitchen counter or the third or fourth step up the stairway or what have you. Do something. Move your body. Stretch. Rake leaves if you have any, or sweep snow if you have any. My dad does a lot of the snow sweeping. I hope he's being careful. He's a long, long way away. I love my dad. His parents have been gone for a while. And my mom's parents, my mom's birth mother, who I knew, has been gone for a long while. And her adopted mother, who was a Sunday school teacher and loved children, she's been gone for a long while too. And my mom's been gone, and my little sister's gone, and my auntie, my mom's older sister, is also gone. There was cancer involved in too many of those, but that's the habit that's the price we pay for the habit we get into of eating modern foods and not making sure our metabolic health is good. If you don't know how to check on your metabolic health, most drugstores are prepared to check your blood sugar for you. In Texas, they do it for free. Now, at the grocery stores where they're hoping to have your business, you can even go on the first Saturday of every month to the H-E-B store near you and get your A1C checked. And they can check a few other things, or they can take a vial and send it off and get more information. Or I don't know how much they can possibly do in store now. But they can do a lot. And then there's Own Your Labs, and there's walk-in places where you can say, I'd like to have this, 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 and this checked. And you can find out what this, and this needs to be for you if you watch enough real doctors on their videos on YouTube. I like Dr. Ken Berry. He's a good one for this stuff. I don't have it up in front of me at the moment, but Dr. Saivas in Florida will do consultations online. And he's got a phone number. So if you find Dr. Robert Saivas, Cywes, South African name, but you find his YouTube, and he does a lot of metabolic work. But you can go into the notes and you can get a phone number there, and you can get a consult with, I don't know if she's a dietitian or nutritionist, but he's got on staff somebody who's in the same metabolic space, in the meat eating world. Or you can just make an appointment way far out, and it takes forever to see him, is what I'm hearing. But you can make an appointment, and when it's getting close to that time for the appointment, you take a vacation and you go to Florida and you stay at maybe a Disney resort or whatever it is that floats your boat and gets your interest, and you see him. And he might want you to go to one or another business and get a lot of blood work done first, so that he has something in hand to consult with you about, instead of just showing up and going, Doctor, I feel like crap. I'm just eating what everyone else eats, and I don't know why I feel like this. Because at that point, all he'd be able to do is say, well, don't eat what everyone else eats. But seriously, I grew up, after every meal, I felt like I had swallowed a brick. And that's a feeling I don't have anymore. I love not having that. I also love not having the last 90 pounds that went away. And it wasn't, 10 up, 10 down, 10 up, 10 down, 9 times over. No, it's from my start point down to now, there's a difference of 90 pounds. I'm thrilled. I don't know when I will see more difference in my face. I want to see more difference in my face. I want this gone. I've got a scar down here from the thyroid surgery. But that doesn't make a lot of difference. Because I got the surgery they don't often admit that people need. They diagnosed Graves' disease. And they were pushing me to either make a decision to let them kill it with radiation and then take thyroxine for the rest of my life, or give me the medicine that would make it dump and then go out and just remove the whole thing. I'm like, wait a minute, it works. It's just not working smoothly. Why should I kill it? My body is making something I need. And that's the same way I feel about my cholesterol. If I didn't need it, my body wouldn't make it. Now, that dawn phenomenon, or dawn effect, glucose that your liver gives you in the morning, if you didn't need it, you wouldn't make it. Basically, your brain and your body need a jump start. That's your jump start. And you're supposed to get up and use your body until that glucose has been used up. And use that energy rush to go out and bring down a deer to bring back to the cave and share with the tribe. Or rabbits, or maybe a porcupine, whatever your tribe eats. Today I use that to get up and do the laundry. We don't eat laundry. But it was something that needed to get done. Which means when I get home, I have to move it into the dryer. Oh well. More and more to talk about. And it's all just life, people. It's all just life. So when I say I want you to be okay, I want you to take care of yourself. It's just like when Bart says, "Greetings, cherubs." It's like he's calling his audience a bunch of angels. We are not. I have read the comment section. I have participated in the comment section. But cherubs, he's being generous. Very, very generous. But we like him. But it might be wishful thinking, but there's a whole lot of other people saying hi. And they're saying, be good. One way or another, they're saying, be good. Be who you need to be. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And we all mean it. Oh, I think there's another Dog Man and Cat Kid book out. I just saw a kid walk out with a book in his hands. I think the grandson is getting past that stuff. Kiddie books are great when you're a kid. Oh well. So, whether you're being 1% better or whether you're finding what works for you, please get out there and do it. Bye-bye.